Hi, everybody. So we have had some requests on how to use the Seven Sisters Homeschool ELA one-year bundles. So as you know, Seven Sisters doesn't have a textbook for ELA that goes page 1, page 2, page 3. That's not how it works. We have found that our teens liked working in chunks, so literature study guides for a whole book, not just a part of a book. And writing guides, that's in a chunk. So we have essays in one guide and research papers in another guide. And so we bundle them together for a year's worth of curriculum for English language arts. That's a collection of literature study guides and writing guides and public speaking. So you get a whole credit in there for ELA in a bundled form. So how do you do this? How do you work it? So let me kind of walk you through the process. All right, so let me share the screen, and we are going to go to our purchase confirmation page. So you're on the Seven Sisters website and you purchased the English language arts the first year. So let's say it's the 1 year of high school English language arts, a good fit for ninth grade. All right, and so what you have is this long page that's telling you this is a PDF bundle of curriculum, okay? And you scroll down and you're going to see 3 links. You see these 3 links right here? So the first one is 1 year of HSELA intro and how to use from Seven Sisters, 1 year of HSELA literature, Seven Sisters, and 1 year HSELA writing and public speaking, Seven Sisters. So that's high school. HS is high school ELA. All right. So these are downloadables, okay? The first one is just one PDF. The literature and the writing both are zip files with a bunch of PDFs in them. And so what you want to do is to download these. You can rename them if you want to something that's, makes sense to you. And then we suggest opening your own new file for ELA for your teen and throwing all of these in there on the desktop so it's easy to find. So here we're going to start with 1 year of high school ELA intro and how to use from Seven Sisters. So we click that link and then I'm going to show you how that looks. So we're going to go over and share the intro, show you how that looks. Okay. All right, so here you got the cover, a pretty picture, and 1 year of high school English language arts. And then this is a good idea to sit down with your teen and kind of read over it together because it gives them and you a look at how ELA works at the high school level. So at high school, you have 5 components of an ELA credit. So you've got reading and literature analysis, writing, grammar, vocabulary, and public speaking. All right, in this bundle, you're going to have some literature study guides. Now, when you download the zip file for this, you will find that there is a literature study guide for each of these books. And there's also a separate answer key for the parents. So you'll have study guide and answer key for each of these books. So in this bundle, you've got A Christmas Carol, Anne of Green Gables, God Smuggler, Antigone, Johnny, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, The Practice of the Presence of God, and To Kill a Mockingbird. For those of you guys who are in states that will reimburse for curriculum, you have different guidelines of what they will reimburse for. So we have a different set of books that meet those guidelines. So your package of study guides will look a little bit different. Also with the one topic ELA bundle. So if you have, instead of a mix of topics, you have English, British literature or American literature or great Christian writers, those kind of things. All of the books the study guides and books will be in that topic. Now, for the books themselves, you can go to the library and check these out. The really, really old ones, like The Practice of the Presence of God or Antigone, you can just go and Google and find a download, PDF that you can get. Or you can order your own copy, for keeps. If you got several kids and want to just keep one around the house, you can do that. And so that's books are easy to get hold of. Then you will also find that we cover literature analysis through the lens of movies. You can learn literature analysis skills by watching some movies. So it's a nice way to mix up your literature analysis skills and not just in a book form. So in this bundle, you've got Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Mr. Holland's Opus, The Truman Show, Hook, and A Christmas Carol. And so those will have their own study guides, and you just work through those guides. And then in another one of your downloads, you can have a bundle of writing guides. So in Seven Sisters, we do the full spectrum of writing. So you've got 10 weeks of essays, 5 weeks of short stories, 5 weeks of poetry, and then their research paper, plus some real world writing each year. So this time they're going to work on writing their personal mission statement. It's so cool. In fact, if you've never done one, it might be you want to make your own copy of it and do it for yourself. For high school and grammar, we include the Grammar Granules, which is a guide for grammar kinds of things that teens often need help with, but it's not a workbook. It's just a guide. Because what we found is a lot of teens, all they need grammar-wise is to apply. They're going to do application of their grammar that they've already learned, and they do that by editing their papers. So they'll follow the rubric that is in the guide for their writing assignments, and that rubric will help them check over the grammar that they need to use. But if they get confused, they can check in Grammar Granules. All right, their vocabulary is integrated into their literature study guides, and then they will have a public speaking experience, and we take that from our public speaking curriculum, but it's integrated over the 4 years of high school. So it'll be something fun. Like, we want public speaking to be fun. All right, now there's different ways to schedule the year, and so we include a really basic schedule, and it looks like this, and you can follow that. We'll talk about a syllabus in a second. All right, and then we'll take a few minutes to talk about how many books teens need. So one thing we don't want to do is, if teens read more than just the bare bones, if they're college bound, especially if they're going to a competitive school, they'll read more than just the books that accompany these study guides. They'll need more books on their book list. And so here is a guide that tells at each level that they are aiming for how many books and papers that they should do. But definitely they don't want to do a study guide for every single book if they're leveling up, because they'll be exhausted. So we don't want to kill our teens. We just want to give them what they need individualized. Here's a guide for grading. So you've got some literature tips, some writing tips. And then we've got some record keeping tools. So here they can keep track of their books, their essays, their short papers, that's the poetry and short stories, and their research papers, and track that there. And so you've got kind of a whole little toolkit there. So, all right, let's go. And then what we want to do for teens who like a syllabus, we want to take a look at a syllabus that won't come in your downloads. You can go to the website and download a syllabus for free. It's just not in the bundle per se, because not everybody uses syllabi. So, but for teens who like syllabuses, it is a good thing to have. And so we have a syllabus that our teens have used, and you can adapt it to yourself. So this is what it looks like. So this is syllabus for the 1 year of English language arts. And so teens who are college bound, they're playing NCAA sports, maybe military bound, they may need a syllabus for their record keeping. So this helps with that. But for it just helps them also follow, okay, I need to do this today, I need to do this today. So they've got your course title, the length. We suggest 32 weeks. Again, there's not one right way to homeschool high school, so adjust this syllabus to fit your needs. The name of the curriculum, a short course description, some short course goals, a grading scale, and then the schedule. So week 1, they're reading To Kill a Mockingbird and family narrative short story for the writing assignment. And so they're working on that day 1. Day 2, it breaks it down by chapters, what to do on the short story. All right, week 2 of To Kill a Mockingbird tells what chapters, day 3, day 4, day 5, and so on. And it gets them through the year. So they have a syllabus if they want to use that. Okay, all right. Just in case you forget to download when you're on your purchase confirmation, so you forget to download your links, if you check your email, you will get an email confirmation. It's a purchase receipt is what it says on your email. And it also has links to your files. Now, these links will be good for a certain amount of time. But if you wait a year to open it, you'll have to go to info@7SistersHomeschool.com because the links won't last. So, all right. Then let's go back to your purchase confirmation page, and you will see that you have your literature, 1-year HSELA literature, and those are your study guides and your answer keys. That will come in a zip file. And so when you open the zip file, you'll have all the literature guides and all the answer keys for the parents. Same here with this last download link. It has all the writing guides and the public speaking experiences. And those will come in a zip file, and you just open the zip file and just make sure it's all stored in a place you can find it. Really good idea is to have your own separate file folder on the desktop that says, ELA. Okay. All right. So it's not that hard. However, if you have any trouble, don't worry about contacting us. So it's info@7SistersHomeschool.com because you matter, and we want to help. So if you get stuck or it's been a while and the links died, just contact us and we will get you through it. Also, if you got any questions or you want to brainstorm some cool ideas, the 7 Sisters Homeschool Facebook group is such a fun place to throw questions out. And then all the different 7th sisters and 7th siblings who've been working on the curriculum themselves with their teens, they can share ideas back and forth. So that is a lot of fun, to get ideas from each other. It's a wonderful community. Okay. All right. You can do this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an enriching year. English language arts, even for teens who don't love ELA, generally they will find that they like it pretty good because the no busy work format and the chunked in bundles tends to work really good with the attention of teens who don't love ELA. And for teens who love ELA, it gives them an opportunity to really dive in and enjoy their learning and make it practical for themselves. Okay, all right. Contact us, info@7sistershomeschool.com if you've got any questions, and have fun. You can do this.